This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday, and you know what that means.
Well, wait, is today that is the king returning today?
I mean, technically, yeah.
I think so.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I mean,
Let's throw him a military.
you're not
parade.
wrong. You're not wrong. But it's also podcast day.
Oh.
Yeah, podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon, and thank God it's over. I'm done with this.
You're like Frodo at the end when he's like, "It's over, it's done." Like that's you.
That's literally me. Yep.
It's gone.
I'm Frodo and Gollum in the same time because watching these movies makes me want to jump into a volcano.
It's not that bad. These are great movies.
Oh man. With me as always is Derek Reese.
You know, it is useless to meet revenge with revenge. It will heal nothing.
Nick Lewis.
Oh, Frodo.
Oh, Frodo. And our returning guest, Filmore McLaurin.
The salted pork is especially good.
Salted pork, you say?
And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 217, ERMAHGERD, Return of the Kerng. See how many of you are old enough to remember that. We are going to be talking about Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Let's just get right into it so I can be done with this and never have to look back.
The slander is rich.
This is why I take pleasure in your pain, is because you're expressing it and it feeds me.
Yes, we're gonna talk about this movie. We're gonna watch you squirm the whole time.
This is why you'll never get anywhere in life. You're bad and you should feel bad.
What did Grandpa Simpson say to Abe to Burns? Squirm! Squirm!
Squirm! Squirm!
Is this to your liking?
Derek, what you said reminds me of something someone said at work. So at work we have these like temp logs that we have to fill out. And I have a friend of mine and we're really good with each other. Like we don't get offended or anything with each other. And so I missed a temp log and he wrote in that temp log, "This is why your wife left you."
Oh my god.
I wasn't even mad. I was like, okay, you got me.
That's how I have a friend that is like that, you know, like when we greet each other, like we'll just text each other or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, you diabetic adopted piece of shit?"
What's up, loser?
Yeah. And I'll just be like, "Yeah, how does it feel to I don't know what I say to him, but like we just have that banter back and forth, and it's just like you can never say anything where you're just like, "Oh, dude, that was really fucked up, man."
Yeah, like dude, that was harsh.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King concludes the epic saga as the forces of good make a final stand against Sauron's army to give Frodo and Sam a chance to destroy the One Ring in Mount Doom. As Gondor prepares for siege, Aragorn embraces his destiny as the true king and leads a daring counterattack to distract Sauron's gaze. Meanwhile, Frodo, increasingly consumed by the ring's power, and his loyal companion Sam struggle through treacherous terrain and betrayal to reach their goal. With unforgettable battles, heartbreaking sacrifices, and the ultimate triumph of friendship and courage over darkness, the film delivers a powerful end to the journey through Middle-earth. Thank you, Chat GPT, for that. I was like, give me a paragraph long synopsis of
I love paragraphs.
paragraph. It feels so good when they paragraph.
Peregrine graph.
ERMAHGERD, paragraphs.
Oh my god, paragraph.
Paragraph.
Directed by Peter Jackson, written by J.R.R. Tolkien, Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, and Peter Jackson. Our cast is as follows: Elijah Wood as Frodo, Sean Astin as Samwise, Billy Boyd as Pippin, Dominic Monaghan as my fucking things. Dominic Monaghan as Merry, Kate Blanchett as Galadriel, Ian McKellen as Gandalf, Orlando Bloom as Legolas, Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn, John Rhys Davies as Gimli, and Sir Christopher Lee as Saruman. Adding to the cast, Andy Serkis as Smeagol/Gollum. He is Renoir in Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Null in Venom: The Last Dance. Kino Loy in Andor. Alfred Pennyworth in The Batman and The Batman 2 coming in 2027.
Right.
Ulysses Claw in The Black Panther. Snoke in The Last Jedi. And Caesar in the Planet of the Apes movies.
He also reads, I don't know if he reads all 3 books, audiobooks, but he also does the reading of the audiobook of The Fellowship.
Oh, nice.
Also is just the, and I would almost say this is a credit rather than just a state of him. I mean, he is the absolute GOAT when it comes to voices and bringing animated characters to life that, you're not actually seeing live action, but he makes them so alive.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. We have Bernard Hill as King Theoden, Captain Smith in Titanic, Philos in The Scorpion King, the Judge in Paranorman, and Sir Walter Beck in Fable 3.
Oh, Scorpion King.
Right?
Oh, Scorpion.
That's a fever dream that we all want to forget, right?
No, I
stay tuned for our next episode when we cover
I
the
do
Scorpion
not want to
King.
forget that. That was incredible bad from the start. And I want that. Like there's nothing more beautiful than seeing that to go, you know what? I'm not the only one who's not perfect. Somebody put this out there.
Also, you know what? We've come a long way with CGI. We've come a long way.
True, but it was even bad for CGI of that day.
Yeah. It's true. Like even by the end of that year, that movie didn't hold up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We could do that.
Came out, what, early 2000s?
Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah. I mean,
that was like the start of the incline of like The Rock's acting, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, that was like going to be his first like big thing.
We have Miranda Otto as Éowyn. She was Sue in Talk to Me. Marty Bell in The Thin Red Line. Zelda Spellman in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And Esther Mullins in Annabelle Creation. We got our boy, Carl Urban as Aylmer. Billy Butcher in The Boys. John Grimm in Doom. Bones in the recent Star Trek movies. Scourge in Thor Ragnarok.
And, I think Scourge is like my favorite.
And Judge Dredd in 2012's Dredd.
Terminally underrated movie.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says, man. Dredd was a good movie. Like it wasn't like it was it wasn't Sylvester Stallone, but it was still a good movie.
I do. Scourge is definitely my favorite of his, though.
Is it? Yeah.
Look at all. Behold my stuff.
Yeah, Scourge is pretty funny.
Anyway, sorry.
I really love him as Billy Butcher.
Yeah, Butcher and his bones in Star Trek. Like I was not a Star Trek fan until the Abrams movies, and he was one of the better parts of those movies.
Yeah, fuck those movies too.
Jesus Christ!
Anytime Eddie hates a movie, we have to cover it now.
Yeah,
I really feel like Eddie's trying to, make up for the fact that Cole couldn't make it.
I would
trying to fill in.
I would rather watch Star Trek from Shatner to now than to watch Lord of the Rings again.
Dude, Next Generation's actually pretty good though.
You know what? Like, I mean, I grew up watching
With Picard.
reruns of original Star Trek. Because Next Generation didn't come out till like mid-90s?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like
Anyway, yeah, no, and like Next Generation, I think is where it's at. Like for me,
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it all the way through ever, but it's been a long time anyways since I've even watched it. But
yeah, well, and out of my nerd things, like Star Trek, I'm cool with, but it's not anywhere close to one of my things, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. So yeah, Star Trek went from 1987 to 1994. The Next Generation.
Oh, Next Generation. Oh,
The Next Generation went from what?
87 to 94.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I thought it was like mid 90s too.
I think it's just that, you know, it's the kind of the same thing how, you know, when somebody says 2000 was 25 years ago, you're like, fucking what?
Sorry,
Like, it doesn't,
excuse me.
For us old people, that doesn't feel like that long ago, you know?
Dude,
Yep.
my 20-year reunion is in July.
Jesus.
And I'm like, my what?
Excuse me. What did you say? You know, like
you better slow your roll there.
Like Ron Burgundy when what's her face told him his hair was stupid. He's like, what did you say?
Or even
your hair is stupid.
Even
looks. I think she said looks.
Smeagol in one of the movies where he's like, what did you say?
We have John Noble as Denethor II.
Great John Noble.
Yeah. I loved I loved him on what was that TV show?
Fringe.
Fuck. Yeah, I loved him on Fringe.
Yep. Dr. Walter Bishop in Fringe. Cecil Fields in Severance. Caliban in the Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god, he is in Severance.
Sam Butcher in The Boys. Sam Butcher. And Ivan Ugorski in Running Scared. You guys remember that movie, Running Scared?
Holy shit.
With Paul Walker?
Yes.
Or like rescues the kids from the like abuser or whatever, just beats the shit out of them.
Next door neighbor, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that like post
Running Scared was like
Fast and
2000s.
Furious, or
no, it was like in between one of the ones that he was in.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Before Fast and Furious 4.
It's 2006. So between some of them, you know, there's like 12 of them. We have Hugo Weaving as Elrond. Agent Smith in The Matrix, V and V for Vendetta. The Red Skull in Captain America, and Tom Doss in Hacksaw Ridge.
This is my Hugo Weaving impression.
I killed you, Mr. Anderson. I watched you die. With a certain satisfaction, I might add.
Mr. Anderson, we've missed you.
He's so fucking good.
Oh yeah. V for Vendetta is probably one of my favorite things that he does. That isn't like Agent Smith.
Well, and it's really funny that he got cast as Red Skull because his head does just look like a skull.
Right?
Like, all right, we don't need to put any makeup on you. We just need to paint your head red.
Yeah, just paint him red. We're good.
And we call it a day. Call it a day. Tell me your feelings on Lord of the Rings.
Wait, you forgot one amazing person from the cast right here over my shoulder.
Oh yeah, that guy.
We don't know his name.
That guy.
But look at that beautiful face.
Army member 64.
He went all in.
Battalion Elf 12.
Anyhow.
We salute you for your service.
We salute you for your service.
You didn't need to go that hard, and thank you.
Because
You
like, look at
did.
the dude that's next to your shoulder. He's just
Like,
like,
listen,
yeah, he's just like, He's like, oh, I guess I'm
I'll just look
going into battle now.
I'll just look serious and sad. And this other guy's like,
I'm ready for war, bitch.
The guy's like, get those motherfuckers, come on.
you're good.
What's that thing that Rip Torn says in Dodgeball? Let's pecker slap these motherfuckers.
So good.
So how do we all feel about Lord of the Rings: Return of the King? Y'all already know how I feel, so I'm gonna leave this open to y'all.
Great.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
There's a handful of extended scenes in this one, like compared to, well, it's about the same amount as Two Towers. Fellowship didn't have very many, but I didn't think that, like, when I went to go play the movie and I was like, all right, this is 4.5 hours, that makes sense. But it's like, I didn't, then you look at the duration that I have on screen of each extended scene, and like the longest one is like 6 minutes. So you're like, Christ, how long was this movie to begin with? And it was at least like 3.5, wasn't it? Like theatrical.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, they were still filming for this movie when they won the Oscars for this movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love this movie. Like from the first movie to this one, the action ramps up, and this one I think is like borderline PG-13 because so many limbs and heads being chopped off, like visceral. Like what happens to King Theoden with the, what do you even call it? It's not the Nazgul, what the Nazgul is riding, that half dragon or whatever. It just bites him out of midair and just throws him. Like, man.
Dude, and then it's like he flies back, but the whole time he's like flying back, his fucking horse is like on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the whole time. Denethor dies a brutal death. Like, I mean, that was in the theatrical version, but still, dude gets set on fire and then falls off of Minas Tirith.
Saruman's death was cool to see.
Yes.
I mean, didn't anybody ever teach him stop, drop, and roll?
I think this predates stop, drop, and roll. Like, I don't think that's been invented yet.
Duck and cover.
I mean, either way, he went. I feel like throwing yourself off of a city is a little bit of an overreaction when you're on fire. Just put yourself out, man.
Maybe he was like,
he made it there far though.
Maybe he was like, I can jump off of here. Maybe I can be like a mini napalm strike on the orcs below. Like maybe I can take a couple of them out.
Maybe he was just hoping the wind on the way down would put him out.
for like the 30 seconds left that he would have to live.
Exactly. He'd be like, oh, I'm safe. Oh, wait.
Orcs looking up. Enemy napalm strike inbound.
Right.
I immediately regret this decision.
Hurry, someone catch me.
Did you guys ever watch The Goods?
No.
I don't think so.
I heard about it.
That's that car salesman movie, right?
Yeah, with like Jeremy Piven and Ken Jeong's in it.
Oh no, I think I did. I did see that.
The scene where like they're talking about how Will Ferrell died, and he's like doing a promotion for the car lot, and he's like skydiving, but for some reason he grabs the backpack full of dildos instead of his parachute, and he's like, oh, maybe this one will cushion my fall, and he like grabs one and like moves it over, and he's like, oh, the purple one's coming back again. Dude, that movie's so fucking funny. I love that movie.
At this point, we have our list of things that were in the extended version that weren't in the theatrical version. So, Nick, take it away.
Thanks, Eddie. So this list I found, this is actually like a better list than the one I found for Return of the King, or for Two Towers, but this comes courtesy.
Now we have to throw that whole episode away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over now. Fuck it.
This comes courtesy of Screen Rant.
Nice.
This is the scene that has the name of the scene, what happens, and the duration. So this is kind of nice. But the voice of Saruman, where Gandalf parlays with a defeated Saruman, who is then killed by Wormtongue. That's an extended scene. That was about 6.5 minutes. We have the decline of Gondor after his failed meeting with Denethor. Gandalf tells Pippin the history of Gondor. The wizard's pupil, Faramir, returns from Osgiliath and reports to his father, Denethor. Peregrine of the Tower Guard, Faramir gives Pippin the armor he wore as a child and welcomes him to the Tower Guard. The Corsairs of Umbar, the dead king leads his army to attack the Corsairs' ships. Merry's simple courage. Merry inspired Eowyn to have hope ahead of the battle. Tomb of the Stewards. Denethor finds Faramir's unconscious body and tells his guard to flee the battle. Gandalf faces off with the Witch King. Eomer finds Eowyn on the battlefield, which really confused me because when I watched this movie, I was like, when that scene came up, I'm like, wait a minute, she doesn't fucking die. Like, because he's like running over to her like she's dead. And I was like, wait, what did I miss?
I guess she's just unconscious.
Yeah, she passed out because of the Witch King.
I guess with her being unconscious, and her arm apparently was affected.
She passed out because she had the vapors.
Aragorn confronting Sauron via the Palantir, a little crystal ball. Faramir confronts Eowyn, the captain and the White Lady. One of my favorites is Sam and Frodo mistaken for orcs when they're wearing the armor and they're like marching with them. And then
you can't confront white ladies.
No, I was going to say that that describes everyone in this movie.
They'll call the manager,
especially if you're the captain. And then Aragorn and the other heroes meet with Sauron's messenger, who claims Frodo is dead. I thought that was a cool addition.
Yeah.
Guy with the teeth, just like that guy was fun, and just gets his head chopped off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe him.
I don't believe it. Yeah, those are all the extended scenes in Return of the King.
Hell yeah.
And this article goes on for a while.
Yeah, the scene where Saruman gets killed by Wormtongue, again, that's not in the theatrical version. They just, in the theatrical version, they mentioned offhand like he was killed. Like, why didn't we see it? And that's what pissed off Christopher Lee when they would go see the movie. Like, I'm not in this movie.
Yeah.
I fucking died here and I'm not even in it.
Like, all right, we'll put you in we'll bring you back. We'll put you in a 6-minute scene where you get stabbed in the back. How about that?
Before we get into the rest of the episode, since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon even. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. We have merch. Redbubble.com/nerdcorp podcast. Get our sayings and logos on everything from stickers and shirts to pillowcases, I was going to say. Pillowcases and mugs and all kinds of shit.
Coming soon, mithril armor.
Yeah, mithril armor.
Get our logo on some truck nuts.
Right.
Put some Nerdcorp on your mud flaps.
If I ever see a Nerdcore mud flap, I'm buying that person a shirt.
For real.
We partnered with Dubby. Use our promo code NERDCORP at dubby.gg and get 10% off anything site-wide. And if you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcorp podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to help us do that. I just got a message from Cole.
What'd he say?
Lord of the Rings is gay, bro.
Sounds like something you'd say if you were gay.
Oh, fucking mega gay, dog.
Cole's just out here like making random accusations for no reason. That sounds like a confession.
Hey man, our two towers video got like almost 60 views.
Hell yeah. Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, no, the fact that I put in there that I don't like it was like, we even got a comment on the fucking thing.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
my friend
Facebook.
Mac.
Yeah, he's like, boo this man.
And then I said we all felt this way, but I think that it might have sounded like I was siding with you, like, oh, we all hated this movie.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we all thought this movie sucked.
no, we all loved it.
Again, the slander. Like, I love that so much for you guys. I really do.
I love that for y'all. I do. I really do. Like, I don't mean that in
No,
a
you
bad way
don't,
at
you
all.
condescending bitch.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I really don't. Like, I am so happy that y'all have something like this for yourselves. It's just not me. It's not for me.
That sounded so hillbilly. Love you have this for yourselves.
I thought I'm so happy. So
I
happy
love
y'all
this
have
for
this
y'all.
for
I
y'all
love this for
selves.
y'all.
I love this for you.
Just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me.
Bless your heart.
I passed the 6th grade. Only took 3 years.
So tell me your guys' favorite parts of the movie.
None of it. I hated it.
I'll tell you my favorite part. The end. When it was over. It was over.
Those 30-minute credits were your favorite part?
Yep.
You
Had
curmudgeon.
to thank everybody in New Zealand.
The
By name.
second, third, and fourth post-credit ending.
I'm trying to think here.
Sam fighting the spider.
That was cool. I like that.
Yeah. And Frodo getting stung by the spider stinger. Like, that's.
I have here one of my prized possessions from Comic-Con.
Nice.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh, signed by Sean Astin even.
Sean Astin himself in that, speaking of fighting the spider, in that infamous scene.
The Goonies guy himself.
Goonies never say die.
Coolest dude I've ever talked to, by the way.
The Mighty Duckman himself. I'm serious.
I swear to God, the Mighty Duckman.
I was like, Emilio!
Fucking eating goldfish in the club line.
Oh my God. That's my mom's old favorite piece. Oh my God.
I really enjoyed the it was the kind of the battle towards like the climax of everything with where before the Oliphant showed up, but where they're facing off like the armies or whatever, and then like I feel like Merry and Pippin kind of led the charge. Like they both just kind of started running out, like, ah! And everyone's like, "Oh shit, we're doing this!" And they like followed after him.
Oh shit, this is real.
Yeah,
They Leroy Jenkins that bitch.
yeah, they did. I really did enjoy though, like the I mean, as sad as it was at first, like the separation of Merry and Pippin, because they both like got a really good story arc. Like Merry becoming, you know, the steward and realizing, oh, this Denethor guy kind of sucks, dude. Like he's like, but I got to do it, you know. And then Pippin, no, Pippin did that. Merry, you know, going into battle with Eowyn and the Rohirrim and all that. Like, I like how, despite them splitting them up, they still like both got pretty good screen time and story time.
And despite Merry being short, he was really taking out fools.
Oh yeah.
Mine I think was the death of Gollum. Like just him like falling into the lava.
Yeah, he's like, I finally got it.
And then it
Well,
was really cool.
See, I in that scene, I just wanted Sam to go like full Darth Vader when he picks up the Emperor and chucks him in. Just wanted him to grab Frodo and just I'm destroying the ring, bitch. Like
Intrusive thoughts.
You made your choice.
Speaking of random Star Wars trivia, did you know that in the
That was on my end again. Sorry.
You're good, dude.
Did you know that in the Oblivion remake, like when you first go into Kvatch, and if you go to the left and down, there is Anakin Skywalker's like body crawling out of the lava?
No way.
Yeah. I don't know why that's in the game. Like
That's
they have
pretty
nothing to
funny.
do with each other, but yeah, it's really cool.
Funny.
But yeah, no, my I think my favorite thing was just the Oliphants trucking through the whole thing. Like that was just super rad, and those scenes hold up. Like they still look really good.
Mm-hmm. Weird tribal dudes like riding them. Like who the fuck are these guys?
And Legolas once again being a badass, taking them out.
Yeah,
I love when he's up
really
there
cool
and he knocks the what do you want to call it, the place where all the dudes are sitting on top of the Oliphant, like the little tower, and then he just takes 3 arrows and just shoots him into the head, and then you see him go down, and then he like surfs off his trunk, and just like that's probably one of my favorite parts.
Yeah,
and we got another appearance by Wilhelm.
That's
there
right.
There were two in there too, and they were both made by orcs.
Love that. I love that the Wilhelm scream still gets used.
That sounds racist, Nick. Why can't orcs do a Wilhelm scream?
Because they're black, Derek.
They're not black.
I didn't say it.
You're
I didn't say
racist.
I didn't say it.
Y'all racist.
That's racist.
They're deep fried elves. Okay.
See, so it's fine. They can do a Wilhelm scream.
They're allergic to sunlight. Supposedly, I mean, they were in the sun for a lot of this movie.
I mean, at least they don't sparkle like other things that are allergic to sunlight.
What are you guys doing an episode on Twilight?
I would rather.
You dumb bitch.
I would rather. No, I'm not even kidding. I would rather.
That's insanity.
I don't believe it.
I don't like it. I don't like Twilight. I'm not here to say it, but I would sit through Twilight before I sat through another run of Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I went to see one Twilight movie, and it was on a date, like dating a girl back then. It's like Twilight, and I don't remember which one it was, but it was the one with the baseball scene. Like,
fucking got
do any of you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like the scene where they're playing baseball.
Where they
like
hit the ball.
Muse is playing in the background.
The only time that they can play
Did
baseball.
they use that in trailers? Because I sort of vaguely remember.
I think they've made fun of it before.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I mean, I've never seen any.
They made fun of it in What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. The only time that they can play baseball is during thunderstorms, because when they hit the ball, they hit it so hard it creates this giant boom. So.
No, but like they're just playing baseball, and like Supermassive Black Hole by Muse is playing over the scene. And like I was like, okay, this is kind of a cool scene. Like it all comes together, and then of course, what's her name? One of the vampires in the baseball outfit. You're just like, holy fuck, dude. She can get it.
But only if she wants to, because we at the Nerd Corporation are pro consent. Pro consent. I was laughing so hard because you were like, "Oh, Twilight," like you're just the imitation of your date. Fucking got me.
I don't know why she sounded like that, but she did.
That's just what she sounded like. Oh, good, because it's Twilight.
Twilight.
Shit.
Before we start with the trivia, I just have to ask if any of you cried during this movie.
Yeah, like I've never cried during a movie, television show, or video game. Like I've been waiting to find something that would get me to that point, but so far I
Lighter!
Dude, that's crazy. Like,
Rodius!
have you played Gears of War 3?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, try that.
Have
Try
you ever
that one
seen
on for size.
Have you ever seen
Last of
Radio?
Last of Us, when the daughter dies at the beginning of it, like,
I did not.
holy
I mean,
God, dude.
that's not to suggest I didn't feel anything, but no, I didn't. I
Well,
didn't
yeah.
cry.
Well, I'm not talking like full on, just like ugly crying, but
No,
like during this movie, like the end, like the tears were
When
welling up in me like 6 different times, dude.
Well,
Like,
no, like, I mean, when for some reason for me this last time when I was, watching Sam and Frodo who are like just hanging out on a rock waiting for their inevitable demise from the lava, like them just getting rescued for some reason made me a little bit like emotional. I was like,
oh, dude, the end when Aragorn goes, "My friends, you bow to no man," and everyone bowed to
oh
him. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was one of
I
them
felt
too.
something during that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to throw that in before we.
Yeah.
Yeah, like again, I have not. I don't know. I'm a big Final Fantasy VII fan, as you guys might know, and the scene, it doesn't hit me that way, like it probably should, or in anything. It just again, I just never been that guy. Now, I'm not saying it's never going to happen because
I
it
don't
may happen after like a traumatic
I
event
don't
or
know
something.
why like it happens so often to me. Like at the end of I just did my finished my rewatch of The Big Bang Theory, and at the end, spoiler alert, when Sheldon wins the Nobel, like, and he's giving his speech, like that got to me, and I was like, why does this happen?
Dude, you know
Well,
what scene in The Big Bang Theory makes me cry every time I see it? Is when Wallowitz sings that song to Bernadette, the uh I didn't know before you how good my life would get from the moment that I met you, Bernadette. Like at the very end, I'm like, he loves
Yeah,
her
dude.
so much. He loves her
Yeah.
so much.
yeah,
When
like,
what's her name passes away, Walt's his mom, and he's like, this is the last food my mom ever made. And I'm just like,
well, for me, like on The Office, when Andy leaves and he does the I will remember you, like the acoustic, like, dude, that fucking gets me. And then when, everybody sings that song for Michael before, like, when he leaves, like,
which
that
was a
was,
genuine reaction from Steve Carell, by the way.
yeah, like that was not, well, I guess unplanned isn't the right word, but like he wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But like those moments like get me every time. But
Mm.
and that shit, like, until I had my daughter, stuff like that didn't really phase me. But like now, yeah, no, I get way more emotional.
That I can understand. Again, like maybe I'm just waiting for something traumatic or something meaningful, like having a daughter or a son, later on in life to, it'll hit me then
Yeah. Nothing
when
bad
like
has happened in my life, so I don't cry at those movies.
I mean, a friend of
Things have
mine at
been
work did
smooth
kind of get on my
sailing.
case.
You emotionless robot.
I have no soul. Like, because a friend of mine at work got on my case for not crying during Toy Story 3. He's like, "You didn't cry during Toy Story 3?" I was like, "No." He was like, I'm sorry."
Well, then you're gonna cry now.
Fucking, that reminded me of You fucking want one?
uh,
Well, now we've come to the part of the show where we read off trivia given to us by IMDb. We will read off the trivia and new part of the segment. We'll read how many downvotes it has and see what kind of people we're dealing with here. Since John Rhys Davies suffered constant ratchets.
Ratchets.
He suffered ratchets. They were all over the place.
They're just
People
everywhere,
just
dude. He couldn't
step
shake
on
them.
him. He just since John Rhys Davies suffered constant rashes from wearing the Gimli makeup, the makeup department gave him the opportunity to throw his Gimli mask into the fire on his last day of pickup photography. He didn't hesitate a moment to grab and burn it. Disliked by 5 people.
I
Fucking
mean,
wanted him to
that I can,
suffer.
well, no, that I can kind of understand because like that's sad that that's something that represents the character that got burned, you know what I mean?
Like
Like
you're
got
to me
something
burning,
that
you're
against
makes
burning
sense
facial hair.
memorabilia.
like yeah, I can see why some people might be a little downvoty on that.
You got something against facial hair?
But I mean it is still 1,000 to 5. 5 downvotes versus 1,000 like thumbs up.
Right.
So that
There's a
makes
lot
sense.
more
That's
upvotes on these ones than I remember seeing for the other two.
Yeah.
yeah.
To get enough extras for the battle at the Black Gate, a few hundred members of the New Zealand Army were brought in. They apparently were so enthusiastic during the battle scenes that they kept breaking the wooden swords and spears they were given.
This guy, is he in the New Zealand Army? The guy on your screen, maybe, Derek?
Yeah, probably.
Could be. Could be.
He's very enthusiastic.
Super he is the personification of enthusiasm.
That
This
has
one has 8
eight,
downvotes.
8 downvotes. People are like, fuck them
Fuck.
for breaking their shit.
Fuck the New Zealand Army.
Those were for you to borrow, not break.
Yeah.
Those props ain't cheap.
We needed
Just-
those back.
Just a bunch of people that are like really into the rules. Like,
It's the New Zealand Army. They're like, we haven't seen any action in 20 years. This is what we've been waiting for. The last shot of principal photography was when the newly crowned Aragorn bows to the 4 hobbits. Although Viggo Mortensen did not need to be on set for that day, he nevertheless insisted on attending. He didn't have a crown, it wasn't necessary, he wasn't being filmed, so he fashioned one out of paper. With each successive take, the crown was becoming more ornate and sillier as crew members kept decorating it, so the 4 actors playing the hobbits often had difficulty suppressing their giggles. Just Burger King crown, like, you bow to no man, and he's wearing like a Burger King crown.
6 people downvoted that. 6 people don't like fun.
No.
Like,
Right? For real. They're like,
6
how dare
people
you
that must be fun
enjoy
at
your
parties.
work?
right?
Right? So unpleasant was Sir Peter Jackson's experience in dealing with Harvey and Bob Weinstein when the film was being developed at Miramax that their shared credit at the end of this film appears over a pencil sketch of a man fighting off 2 oversized trolls. After Harvey was indicted for sexual misconduct in 2018, Jackson retrospectively called him a real bully who ruled through mafia thuggery and who would have probably taken the project away from Jackson and given it to Quentin Tarantino. He also forbade Jackson from casting Mira Sorvino and Ashley Judd, who both later accused Weinstein of sexual assault.
Oh wow.
4
That's
dislikes.
fucking wild.
4 dislikes. We got Weinstein supporters in this.
Yeah.
For real.
Weinstein stands in this bitch.
Weinstein did nothing wrong. Wow, that's ridiculous.
Could you imagine though?
I hope they're
Directed
downvoting
by-
sexual assault.
Yeah.
I not downvoting.
I'm gonna click downvote, but I hope they don't get the wrong idea. Could you imagine though, like directed by Quentin Tarantino?
Oh my god.
Lord of the Rings.
Motherfucker.
Where's show me the sign that says Dead Urukai Storage?
Fucking got me. King Theoden touching the spears of his soldiers before they charge into battle was Bernard Hill's idea.
Oh yeah, they
That
just
was
wanted to touch
cool.
tips.
Yeah, he wanted to touch their tips.
I like that though.
5 people downvoted that.
Maybe they hate people
Leave
having ideas.
you leave their tips alone.
There probably is people that are like, "That's gay."
Careful, stop hitting those spears. The New Zealand army keeps breaking them. We're running out.
Right? Yeah, it's the same people that were upset about that for sure.
Final day of filming on the trilogy actually happened over a month after this movie was theatrically released, and 3 weeks after the 2004 Academy Awards. Sir Peter Jackson arranged to film one final shot of skulls on the floor in the tunnel of the Path of the Dead, which was included in the extended edition DVD. He thought it was funny to be doing filming on a movie that had already won Best Picture Oscar.
Which was a really cool scene, by the way, with all the skulls flooding out, and they're like trying to stay above them.
Kind of remind me of that scene in Desolation of Smaug.
Smaug.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I scrolled down a little bit. Let me find here. Gollum is missing his left earlobe. This is due to an air trap in the casting that was made for Sir Peter Jackson's approval of the figure. When looking at the casting, the design team concluded that it should stay that way since it looked like a battle wound that might have occurred during Gollum's past adventure.
2 people downvoted that. And
2 people are like, that's stupid.
Yeah, they should have kept
I
his whole
want
ear.
him to have a whole ass ear.
Yeah, you should have kept his ear, stupid. That's dumb. That's dumb. Go woke, go broke. Can we chill? Can we like tangent for a second and talk about Ironheart?
Yes.
Like, have you guys seen the trailer Ironheart yet?
Yes.
Oh
Nope.
no, I haven't.
So they're obviously hose mad
Yeah, of course.
because not only is the
Hose mad. Hose mad. Hose mad.
not only is the new Iron Man a woman, but it's a black woman. I saw this post on Facebook.
Did they not know that?
The casuals. It's the casuals, dude. Because this one dude posted on this one Facebook group, we was Iron Man and shit. And it was just he said that that Riri Williams looks like a prison lesbian. And he was just like going off. And I'm just like, that's all.
Shit.
I was like, that's a lot of words for I can't jerk off to this.
Yeah, for real.
We was Iron Man.
We was Iron
Correct me if
Man.
I'm wrong, but the Ironheart comic was created in 2016, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's not
she's
like
been around
old.
for almost
It's
10
not
years.
old by any means. Like it's not old.
Because if I'm not mistaken, they had the same issue when Miles Morales was first created.
Yeah.
A Black Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. I just wanted to downvote that real quick.
So
you know, it really grinds my gears.
Nerdcorp L of the week.
Yep. Goes to Hose being mad.
Our new segment.
Oh my
Hose
God.
mad.
Was it me?
Let's see. No, it's me. The last spoken line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The last spoken line of the movie, "Well, I'm back," is also the last line of the book.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm back and better than ever.
I laugh every time I hear that theme music, I swear. 7 down votes for that.
Don't encourage him, Filmore.
Yeah. 7 down votes for that.
Oh, they could come up with an original ending for the movie?
Right? They're like, fuck the book.
What? Why are they they're using source material? What is this?
Oh man. Like Billy Boyd earlier in this movie, Viggo Mortensen composed the tune and sung the part to the song Aragorn sings at his coronation. The translation of the Elvish words runs, "Out of the great sea to Middle Earth I am come. In this place I will
He's
abide."
come.
Yeah, he is. "And my heirs unto the ending of the world." This is, according to the book, the same verse Elendil sang when he first arrived in Middle Earth from Numenor.
And we forgot to mention that the song that um, Pippin sings for Denethor is like a Billy Boyd original.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like he sang it, he wrote it, all that shit.
Two downvotes. People just don't like creativity.
No,
Like
I guess
improv that.
not.
How dare he write his own song?
Fucking Billy Boyd, that piece of shit.
In the book, Eowyn rides into battle with the Rohirrim, taking Merry with her, but without revealing her identity to them or the reader. Instead, she is disguised as a character who calls herself Dernhelm, and only reveals herself in battle when she takes off her helmet to show the Witch King of Angmar that she is a woman. In the movie, Merry and the artist are always aware that it is Eowyn. The filmmakers made this change because they felt that in a visual medium, it would be difficult to conceal her identity, and because not recognizing her would make Mary look like the stupidest hobbit on earth.
now hoes are
God.
mad because they didn't stick to the source material.
Right.
That's why they're downvoting. Like,
Now, is this considered woke because it was a woman who took out the Witch King before she said, "No man can kill me"?
Mm-hmm.
I am no man.
Look at what she's wearing. I can't jerk off to this.
No, I could.
That's not saying much.
All right.
Out of all the
We
stories that have had a female protagonist, video games, movies, television shows, like what did Hank Hill say? He was playing this one Tomb Raider game. He was playing as a girl.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I killed the parking lot attendant. Where's the button to turn myself in? Gentlemen, we have our first all upvote, no downvote trivia.
Oh yeah.
On Elijah Wood's final day of filming, all of the actors went through tearful goodbyes when they finished, but Elijah's was the most tearful. Peter Jackson kept doing take after take of Frodo saying, "There's room for a little more," clearly not wanting the experience to end. When he finally called cut in print, the room erupted with applause, and Jackson broke down crying, hugging Elijah and thanking him repeatedly at the culmination of the epic film journey together.
Well, it's at least people have enough of a heart to upvote that.
But only 184 upvotes?
I mean, yeah, that's true compared
Yeah.
to like the thousands that most of the other ones have.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at this one that does have 1,000 upvotes and 13 down. The Lord of the Rings trilogy became the most nominated film franchise in Academy Award history with 30 nominations, surpassing the Godfather trilogy, 29 nominations, and the Star Wars film franchise, 21
Goddamn
nominations. Yeah, I guess these are people that are big Godfather and Star Wars fans. Mad they got beat out.
Martin Scorsese's on IMDb clicking downvote. Like, God damn it.
He's creating account after account so he can downvote it as much.
And the crazy thing is, I don't think they actually won an Oscar until this movie.
Yeah, I think this is the only one. Yeah. I think that's right.
This movie was originally going to end with a voiceover epilogue by Galadriel detailing the fate of the Fellowship of the Ring after the events of the movie. Scenes showing Gimli and Legolas for this purpose had been shot but were not used in any version of the finished movie. I could see downvoting that one.
Yeah, I would downvote that one.
Speaking of Legolas and Gimli, we didn't really. One of my favorite things throughout really only starts in the Two Towers and goes into this movie, but the contest of kills between Legolas and Gimli.
Mm-hmm.
When Legolas kills the elephant, and he's like, "That still only counts as one."
Yeah, just their whole dynamic, like how Gimli started out hating him because of his, feelings towards elves.
Yeah.
But then, Legolas not being too bothered by it, but by the end of the trilogy, they're friends and they acknowledge that. I mean, I enjoy that. Like, if you see Legolas in the Hobbit trilogy, he's more aggressive. He's more disdainful towards the dwarves, which is a very stark contrast to this trilogy.
Racist ass motherfuckers.
Billy Boyd's singing scene largely came about because co-writer Philippa Bowens went for a night out at a karaoke bar with the younger male cast members, and she was struck by the quality of his voice. Remembering that Denethor asked Pippin to sing him a song when Faramir heads off to war, she resurrected the lyrics from the novel where it is actually sung by all 4 hobbits, and Boyd came up with a tune for it. It was such a success that Boyd was asked back to co-write and perform the song "The Last Goodbye" for the end credits of The Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies in 2014, even though he didn't appear in that movie.
Okay, so I was mostly right. He didn't come up with all of it, but he did come up with the tune and everything. So
yeah. But fuck him for doing so, says 14 people.
Elijah Wood is noted for his ability to stare fixedly in front of him for ages without blinking, which came in very useful for the scenes where the comatose Frodo was wrapped up in Shelob's web-like cocoon.
What do you mean web-like? It was web.
Yeah. It was a cocoon of webs.
It was a cocoon that had web-adjacent qualities.
Web theming cocoon. It's not web.
Web-ish.
Oh, and then it's my turn, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, 13 people didn't like that he could do that.
They're not okay with that.
No.
Great caution was taken for the scene where Faramir is dragged back into Minas Tirith on his horse. The filmmakers were afraid that the horse might suddenly bolt, dragging David Wenham behind it, so a release system was built into the saddle. Wenham held a handle in his right hand, and if the horse started to run, he could simply pull it and be released from the stirrup. Fortunately, they ended up not needing it, and 10 people are pissed about that. They want him dead.
Like, don't be a bitch.
Could you imagine, though, if in that scene when the horse comes running up and the horse actually bolts and he pulls the handle and they just left it in, so like the horse takes off and he just falls off and he's just laying there?
Yeah.
The movie made a 1,408% profit for New Line Cinema on their initial outlay. Holy shit.
That's fucking insane.
11 people were like, I don't like that for whatever reason.
Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them for making money.
Yeah.
We want them to go bankrupt so they can't make any more amazing movies for us.
During one of the shots filming the charge of the Rohirrim, a rider fell off the back of his horse. All the horses that came behind him miraculously managed to miss him.
Dang.
And 5 down votes.
5 people are like, I wanted him to get trampled.
They want carnage. The people demand carnage.
Fuck that guy. The live-action Rohan army was made up of several hundred New Zealander extras who responded to an open casting call for anyone who could ride a horse. Many of them were women who had to perform as male riders. The only woman in the Rohirrim huge assault is Eowyn. And 3 people were like, I don't like women.
Yep. I don't like that women did it. That women did it. And if they were women, they should have been wearing nothing.
Excuse me, sorry.
Can't jack off to these Rohirrims.
Can't jerk off to this.
How dare you? Okay, according to a magazine article, Sir Peter Jackson hated the Army of the Dead, thinking it was too unbelievable. he kept it in the script because he did not wish to disappoint diehard fans of the book.
Damn it, 15 people were like, he should have.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the same guy that directed The Frighteners, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like why didn't he just bring that same energy to this movie, to that scene?
Well, see, and my dumbass thought he was talking about the movie The Army of the Dead. I was like, I don't know what this has to do with this movie.
It's like 2 decades after these movies.
According to a magazine article, Peter Jackson hated Evil Dead.
Viggo Mortensen estimates that during the course of filming the trilogy and including all of the takes, he killed every stuntman on the production at least 50 times.
13 downvotes.
He should have killed them all.
Legolas and Gimli downvoting it. Like, they got more kills than we did.
The battle scenes, which reportedly contain over 200,000 digital participants, are so huge that an extra room had to be built onto Weta Digital's effects facility to house all the computer equipment needed to render the scenes.
Jeez.
And 4 people were like, wasn't big enough.
Well,
Or
that or
something.
they're like, don't you fill all these rooms with computer equipment, you fucking hoarders?
Yeah. The final reel of the movie to be completed was done only 5 days before the world premiere in Wellington, New Zealand. It was still wet from developing because there was no time to dry it. The premiere was the first time that director Sir Peter Jackson had seen the completed movie.
Sir Peter Jackson is an arachnophobic and based the Shelob design on the types of spiders he feared the most. And 12 people were like, fuck you and your arachnophobia.
Fucking pussy.
But no, kudos to him. Being afraid of spiders, yet, having the balls to create a spider that most scares him.
Not apparently not. No, fuck him. 12 people said so.
Lord of the Rings has the highest perfect score at the Academy Awards with 11 wins out of 11 nominations. And 12 people were like, fuck that.
We don't want this quality bullshit winning awards.
I'm prone to believe that Eddie is part of some of these downvotes.
Fuck you and your success.
He went ahead and logged in.
I created 12 different accounts. I just got tired after 12 and I was like, okay, I'm done.
That's enough. That should show him.
That'll teach him.
When Shake harder, boy!
Old man shakes fist at sky.
Lousy Springfieldians, shake harder, boy! And my sister always bring up that episode. When Frodo is writing the book, the top of the page notes that Sam was elected mayor of Hobbiton, as told in the novel's appendices.
3 people didn't want Sam to win.
Yeah. 3 people were like, nah, fuck that. Sam can't run the town.
100,000 people lined the streets of Wellington, New Zealand for the world premiere. That's roughly a fourth of the city's population. God damn.
That's wild. Let's see. Sean Astin's daughter, Allie Astin, played Samwise Gamgee's daughter, Eleanor. Sarah McLeod's daughter, Macy McLeod Riera, plays Sam and Rosie's son, Frodo.
I'm assuming Sarah McLeod is the one who played Rosie, who looked way older than Sam, by the way. Did anyone else notice that? She had
a little bit, yeah.
A little bit of crow's feet going on.
Viggo Mortensen and Billy Boyd were standing off camera during Sam's wedding scene, pretending to be wedding guests in order to help Sean Astin's performance. After Sarah McLeod threw her bridal bouquet to Boyd, Mortensen gave Boyd a passionate kiss. The filming of the scene and the kiss appear in the extended version DVD extras.
Like, did they full on make out, or what are we talking here?
What kind of kiss?
Passionate one. It said so.
Shelob's shriek is the combination of several elements, including the sounds of a plastic alien toy, steam hisses, inspired by an incident where an alligator hissed at Sir Peter Jackson's daughter, Catherine Jackson, and the shriek of a Tasmanian devil.
That's funny.
Like, what does an actual Tasmanian devil sound like?
Right?
I mean, I can't think of anything other than Taz.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the sound they make is blah, 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 blah.
That sounds more like Schwarzenegger.
She loves crawling down the wall,
You know?
just blah, 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 blah. It's like what's his name? OP from Family Guy. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god, he was
Opie
drunk
from
this whole
Family Guy
time.
is great.
For the lighting of the beacons sequence, one beacon was helicoptered up to the top of a mountain and then lit. The rest were all computer generated.
2 down votes.
Two people were like, "Fuck that."
Fuck all that. He should have climbed. Should have
Had to
climbed
get a
that shit.
helicopter. Boromir climbed mountains.
Oh god.
In costume.
Yeah.
Every day. Go
Every
like that
day.
shit yourself.
The Battle of Pelennor Fields was filmed on a large field heavily populated with rabbits. The place had to be carefully inspected for rabbit holes, which were all filled due to the danger they would pose if a horse were to step in one, which would cause a major pileup with injuries to horses and riders. And 4 people were like, "You leave those rabbit fucking holes alone.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Let
Stomp
everyone
on 'em.
die.
You should have gotten
Let
hurt for
everyone
that
die."
For the extended edition DVD, the scene in which Pippin is looking for Merry after the Battle of Pelennor Fields was digitally altered so that it appears to be night instead of day. According to Sir Peter Jackson on the commentary track, this was done to make it appear that Pippin has been looking for several hours instead of several minutes, underlining the friendship between the 2 hobbits. In the original edit, because it appeared that Pippin had only been looking for a few minutes, his reaction to finding Merry seems like he's overreacting.
That's good.
21 downvotes for the entire runtime for the trilogy is approximately 12 hours from start to finish.
God. God. I same dog. Same.
That was
Okay.
weird.
One last 23 downvotes, but I think this is actually cool. The Return of the King is also the title of a graphic novel in the X-Men series. The title refers to Magneto, who's also been played by Sir Ian McKellen. The series also features a villain named Sauron.
Oh, that's cool.
23 people were like, I don't like the connections.
I don't want any of this information. You get it out of here.
You leave me alone with that. Anyway, that concludes our episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Filmore, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. We will definitely have you back. Let the people know where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at _infamous_Filmore, and also at Facebook at Filmore-Duran McLaurin.
There we go. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Blue Sky and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast.
Or you can find us on TikTok at Nerdcore Podcast.
And since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/NerdCourtPodcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to help us do that. So from all of us here and not here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you. We love you. And keep it nerdy, y'all. Payback.
Payback.